This is where we are with the progress on the legs. So these are the rear side legs which go on that side. These are going to be here. I still have 2 mortises to chop down there, but I'm at a stage where I can cut the haunches on the side legs. So quick observation, you may have already figured this out from watching Paul Seller's drawings, but if you haven't, you see my mortises that go over there, the top mortises, they're all the same size as the bottom mortises, which is the width of each of these stretchers that I'm going to be using on this. But the front ones, they're shorter than it, and that's for obvious reasons, because I can't have something full width on here because my piece would split. So let's explain what's going on here. These legs are going to have a little extra room here to make room for a tail vise that I'll put on that end someday. But these are going to be on the side, and I don't need a tail vise for that. So my mortises are going to be on the top. The stretchers are going to be flush to the top of the beams here, top of the legs, which means I can't cut these mortises all the way through, so I've cut the mortises short. And I'm going to cut the haunches on this end. So let's put these aside. So I'm going to cut haunches on this end, and what the haunches do is on the outside, on the inside piece of this, I will I'll be cutting a little bit, which gives me a little meat on the inside, on the sides, because the mortises are going to be, the strength of the mortises comes from the walls, not from the sides. So I'm going to give it a little extra sides. Kind of extend this line and take a 1/2 inch chisel and mark the inside, which means that is the piece that I'll be cutting out. Cutting the haunch should be fairly easy. Let me just, I'm going to press the face of the saw against this side and try to follow the line. And just go down to the 1/2 inch mark. This is a crosscut saw. This is, you gotta be careful because it doesn't cut very well. So this has the rip cut teeth, and that's what I need. Almost there. Try this one. I was having a hard time getting the big teeth sort of get flush because I don't have a lot of room to go this way. So I'm just going to try to use this crosscut teeth on this dovetail saw and cut down to my 1/2 inch line. And when I'm done with it, I get something like this. I'm just going to cut down to that line. I need clamps. Here they are. I just need my 1/2" chisel and my mallet, and then I'm just going to put the chisel between the curves and just comes off. And I see that this is cutting fairly straight in, which means I can get down to the line and go halfway and chisel in. On the line for the half-inch mark. There. So I put these haunches came up on the haunches were on the cherry table that I made a while ago. I did a video about it. I'll put a link up there. But these haunches were on the legs of this cherry table, so we kind of did this thing that in the same way. Now, one of the things that had come up from my time is from my time making the table is that I had cut my haunches too thin, and I need to cut them more to size. So I had trouble doing assembly. Be very careful when you're splitting with the grain there. But I had trouble doing assembly because my haunches were not very straight. Anyway, this is what finished haunch looks like. I'm going to quickly do that on this one as well. That's done. The walls look pretty clean. This thing's a little off. Not quite down to the line yet. Looks pretty square. Actually, no, it doesn't. This wall there. Now it does. So you see how this got extended. This wall's done. But anyway, so this thing is done. So what's next? Next is I'm going to cut these mortises this week. I think I have some time this week to do that. And then hopefully by next Monday I'll be cutting the tenons. So exciting time for me. And that's when the joinery starts beginning. I'm kind of getting nervous about it because this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where I make sure how my joinery is doing, whether it's doing well, whether I cut well or not. This is the video for today, and next video I will have the mortises chopped, and I'll be at least cutting tenons at that time. So I will see you at that time.